started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He wants to throw it again. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Red pass, it's complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback will go in the other direction.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes a connection. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna run it. It's Durham. Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. And the Tigers are marching down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blum making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He makes the connection. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking for room, it's Durham. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Hilton. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking in this one.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Second and 10 here. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the missed connection, it's second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. LSU quick to the line. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Makes his connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Run in the red zone. It's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that's a good example there.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good, but you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
On the ground, it's Durham. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. LSU right back to the line. Quick completion to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. quickly out to the tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Fights off a defender. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board. Earlier this time, a 38-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Clemson, 0.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, LSU.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU! And the stomping has commenced.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Movement here from the tight end. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you could be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Clemson set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
With the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They move the tight end all over. He'll pull it on the read. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He's looking to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break.
Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off-play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Gus Meyer. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls it and fires to the left. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Quick strike complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitt.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They're going to throw it again. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
They'll run the screen.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Wants to throw on third down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
And the ball slipped out. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Corners are going to bail. Makes one man miss. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tiger!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right, to try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses, but just poor execution. Not a good job of understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside, and it bounced outside. You want to take that thing inside, so the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got it there pretty quick.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to pass. It's Finley. He fires to the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Bunch formation for these receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Finds his tight end. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Defense playing a bail technique. Trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.